Aries out there. Please make sure to get my book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The link to that is in the description box below as usual. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Wow, it's hot in here. So all right, so let's get into this. If you want to get a personal reading, or magic, or any one of my other services, all of that stuff is in the description box below, as well as the prices, so you get a better idea of what it is that you're working with, right? So the cards that I come up with are the Four of Cups, the Knight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Emperor, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. So the Emperor is Aries, all right? The Emperor is Aries, but the Emperor is a very tricky card, and I'll explain why in a later video, but in this video a little bit too. So the Four of Cups, Knight of Wands, Six of Pentacles are all about how you, Aries, need to that's interesting. Are all about how you, Aries, need to be kind of very wary. That's interesting. Okay, so y'all need to be very wary about how y'all come off right this week. Very wary, because you may want people that you're interested in to come over and say something to you, and what happens if they don't, right? Now the King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles is, the King of Wands is, if you take this thing personally, you may end up getting yourselves in a situation where, the person or the people collectively that you may want to talk to you, you can either find yourself in a very bad situation because you may end up doing crazy things for them where they're not necessary, where they're kind of already peeped your character, right? And they think that you're capping, basically. You're doing a little bit too much to get their attention because it's not them that you're interested in. You're interested in some shallow metric that you want from them. That's my dog. So the thing is that the Six of Pentacles represents how so you have to be you really want to be very wary about how you come off this week, okay? Pay close attention, okay? The Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles are about you may even find yourselves doing things, showing a little bit more kindness to others, or you should try, right, to others. You may want to try being kind to others because, and again, like, I don't want to say this, but it's the truth, right? It's just, there's no religion higher than the truth. Aries is the most hated zodiac sign. So, because it's ruled by Mars. Aries is the most hated zodiac sign. So you have to be very wary about that stuff, right? Aries is an instigator. So you have to be, so the things that people who are Aries, y'all have to be very wary of that, because y'all instigate certain things, right? Like, I said this before. I was with an Aries before, and they would pick fights. The person who I'm thinking about, they would pick fights. 1 minute they putting on makeup in the mirror, the next minute, they just start talking crazy to me, talking about, how I ain't this and I ain't that. And I'm asking them, okay, well, where's this coming from? And the person, well, I don't know. I just wanted to say that. Goofy stuff like that, you know. But when stuff like that happens, you have to understand that if that's the situation, you're gonna have people not want to hang out with you, right? So the King of Wands represents how, yes, I know that you are a fire sign and that you're very enthusiastic for life and full of energy, but sometimes you can be overbearing, right? And you have to learn to kind of watch your manners and watch your decency right around this time, okay? Watch what's happening. Because the people whom you like may end up being around to kind of watch you and observe, right? And even though they may not necessarily know that you like them, they may be thinking to themselves, when you come try to talk to them, they may be thinking to themselves, I don't necessarily want to hang out with you as an Aries because I've observed you earlier in the week and you was on some BS. So my impression of you is this, you understand? So the thing is that the Emperor, which is Aries, and the Four of Pentacles represents this being a situation where the Emperor is a very tricky card because the tools in the Emperor's hands, right? The tools in the Emperor's hands should actually be flipped the other way around. The scepter should be in the left hand, and the power battery, the power supply, the battery should be in the right hand, because the scepter rules. The scepter deals with power, but it represents how tricky power can be. But this is the power supply. This is the actual power supply, the battery, right? That's why it is that you see a lot of times in certain pictures, you'll see royalty, right? Like kings and queens, and they'll have like this big ball in their hand and stuff like this. What is that? Where's that big ball? What is that? That's battery. That powers the castle, the city, complex civilizations. And that's what it is that you see. It's the same thing that you see on the two of wands. Let me show it to you real quick, just to kind of prove my point of how tricky power is. And you need to watch it. Oh, hold on. Wow, this thing must have been closer to the surface than I thought. Where's the Two of Wands, bro? Anyway, the Two of Wands represents, again, the power supply. But anyway, power is a very tricky thing. So the thing is that the Four of Pentacles is you want to be very mindful about how you express your power this week, okay? And that it can pretty much make or break the relationship dynamic between yourself and someone else. Whether or not this person takes you as an individual that they accept, that they respect, that they want to have around them or not. And the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles represents, regardless of whether or not this person is still wants to hang out with you, is completely on you, right? So let's clarify the Emperor. You have the King of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands, and then you have the Seven of Swords. So to clarify the Emperor, so you don't want to reduce yourself to being the King of Swords, someone that is just kind of having a bad week, getting into arguments with people, swinging your sword around, right? Sword can also be the tongue. The Ace of Wands, you want to have you want to maintain your fireness, right? You want to maintain your dignity. You want to maintain your pride, right? And then the Seven of Swords, you also want to make sure that, you know, when it's time for you to do what you do, be your Aries self, handle someone, right? If you have any kind of issues, you're handling it correctly so that you don't come off a certain way because people are looking. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.